All hail Biafra. This is Biafra Liberation Army Network coming to you again. Please do subscribe, like, share, and comment.
Revival Ministries, while some Nigerians have jumped on the trend with comedy skits, others are of the opinion that what God cannot do does not exist. But the ministry has urged the Nigerians to disregard bloggers and listen to the complete testimonies shared by its members on the platform of the church for better understanding. The head of public relations and media, Chidi Lois, said the church will never fabricate testimonies. He insisted that trending videos making mockery of the testimonies were made to discredit what God is doing. There, the trend. Are you the chosen and all of it? It's been all over.
Let's start. Are you chosen?
I am of the chosen generation. Okay, but
belong to
I'm a chosen generation.
chosen.
Well, on this though, what do you make of the viral, unconventional testimonies by members of this church?
It's not in this church alone that it happens. This is the reason some churches, before you climb the pulpit to talk about
What God has done.
yes, they will first debrief you.
True, some churches.
They will first debrief you. You are not simply just going to go there. Because they don't want an embarrassing situation. These days, people harm to their phones, they will record all kinds of things in church. Women swinging their waist anyhow in church. These days, you will see it on social media, twerking in church. And they may not even know that somebody's recording. Now, when people make esoterical statements, like some of what we have had, they are inviting controversy. And they are damaging the name of the church by some of the testimonies that they are making. Okay, one said, something entered my back, lifted me up. It carried me like an aeroplane to express. When it reached there, it dropped me. I turned to look at what carried me, and it looks. I looked, it was a lion. The lion now raised one hand up and asked me to go. And the lion said, bye-bye. Lion, saying bye-bye. Oh. That means it's not an animal anymore, it's a human being. And in another viral video, a lady said she fought robbers and took their AK-47 rifles.
I was shocked.
She said she miraculously gained control of their guns and ensured the arrest of the 3 robbers.
Oh dear.
Another one recounted how he survived a kidnapping, multiple machete attacks and gunshot wounds, all without sustaining an injury. He said, the other person shouted, Capo, what is he talking about? Before I knew what happened, they macheted my head, but it didn't penetrate. I only heard the sound. Then another person shot me in the head, but it didn't penetrate. One called the commander and said, let's take this one into the bush or outside. They started pushing me to where the God of chosen finally proved his power. In the last example, a woman testified how armed robbers repeatedly shot her husband without being harmed after she instructed him to declare, I am chosen. She said they shot the husband again, and even though they kept shooting repeatedly, the bullets did not penetrate. So when people hear these kind of things, these stories are too good to be true. It turns the whole thing to a joke. There are people today who are diminishing Christianity without knowing it. What they want to achieve, we do not know. But they are diminishing the faith.
But should the bloggers be blamed here?
The church was describing, they said, the bloggers are devilish and skilled at taking things out of context. This is not a case of taking something out of context. We have videos of people saying these things. Standing in front of the church and claiming that you were macheted, it didn't penetrate.
That has nothing to do with
you have Otumokpo. That means it's Otumokpo that you are using. If they macheted you, I didn't. You cannot simply say Lord of chosen and there won't be penetration. Even Jesus Christ, when the devil tried to tempt him, oh, see this place, jump down.
You can't tempt the Lord your God.
Jesus refused, Abi.
Okay, Mayor, hold on.
Okay.
Should the Christian Association of Nigeria and other Christian bodies, investigate the integrity of these testimonies?
Because Khan himself is also guilty of lack of leadership. Oh. If you remember that there used to be testimonies, there used to be churches that used to do testimony on TV. It was banned in Nigeria at one time. Miracles. It was miracles. It was banned at the time. Because now, church has become business. Unlike when they were winning souls for God, now it is a business. And testimonies is a marketing tool. Why testimony is a marketing tool is that when you come and you say these outlandish things, it is to convince people who are listening to you to say that, look, there is one power that somebody just said happened in that church. Let me go there. You understand? It is crap. There's nothing like that. But people continue to do it because we live in a world where people want to, they've already made up their minds, they are looking for miracles, anywhere they could get it.
But they say what God cannot do does not exist.
No, that is no. You see, people tend to drag God into
anyone
what
who
God
says
does not know.
There is nothing that God cannot do is an ignorant.
It's an ignorant statement.
God cannot do all things.
But anyway.
God cannot, my teacher in the university taught me that God cannot create a stone he cannot lift. Abi?
Okay.
My teacher taught me that God cannot create a square cycle. A square cycle. The idea of a square cycle is illogical.
True.
God will not do illogical things. So let's not fool you that God can do all things or what God cannot do does not exist. No.
All right. Thank you so much, BK. Thank you so much, Akikwele. Thank you for having this conversation. BK, the veteran. Thank you so much for having this conversation this beautiful Tuesday evening. And that's it on Journalist Hangout today. Join us tomorrow for another episode of the program. You can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode at 11 and join us on Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. for Journalist Hangout on Sunday. We are on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Benga Oreshegun. Bye for now.